Hey guys, my name is Ishaan and I am 20 years old. I did my A-levels 2 years ago and I did pretty well considering the amount of effort I put in. A-levels are tough, but only if you have the mentality that they are hard. Otherwise, they don't actually have to be that hard, and in this video I'm going to be telling you how I kind of breezed through A-levels, allowing me to do so many different things. I started my business, working on my business, but also making sure that my A-levels didn't sort of flop. So a bit of context about me is I got all 9s and 8s in my GCSEs, majority of them were 9s, and in year 12/13, in year 12 I got my predicted grades, which were A star, A star, A with an EPQ as well. But year 13 was when it kind of went downhill. I started focusing on my business. I grew my business to about £100,000 business per year, but I neglected my A-levels. But these are the sort of things that helped me turn that around, making sure that I ended up still getting decent grades, which were A, B. A in French and English and B in Latin, which I'm pretty sore about because Latin was meant to be my A-star subject. But you know, hey ho, it is what it is. I'm currently living my life in Dubai, and hopefully I'll inspire you guys to do the same, because A-levels are not life. They don't determine who you are, but I will give you my tips on how I ended up doing pretty well still at the end of the day, coming from the person who had the mindset being A star, A star, A star, otherwise you failed in life. So let's get into it. Hopefully you find this video useful, because certainly I would have if I was watching it maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So number one, my best piece of advice is to treat A-levels as if they're a course, not an exam, but as a course that you're learning from. At the end of the day, you are literally just on a learning journey. There's nothing more to it and nothing less to it. Think of them as a course. You're doing it because you enjoy it. You picked your A-levels because you like them. Think of it, okay, I'm learning this. I'm learning something new. At the end of the day, you're going to forget everything you learned. 5 years on, you're going to forget it. Do I remember any of my English A-level? Absolutely not. Has it come in handy? Absolutely not. Yes, there are some aspects which will come in handy, i.e. the stuff you apply to everyday life, but realistically, no. In my business, it's not come in handy at all. French, it has, because, you know, I can make connections in French. I can talk to people in French. Latin, probably not, apart from maybe critical thinking, but everyone can sort of learn that in their own way. So I sort of went on my A-level journey thinking they were a course. I was learning something new every day. I was passionate about it, but at the end of the day, if I didn't do well in those exams, they don't determine what I do at university. They don't determine what I do at life, because there are so many options out there. And when you get rid of that stress and that pressure, that's what actually helped me learn. Because if I had that pressure on me, then I'd be like, shit, I'm having to revise every day. I'm having to learn so much, and it would just sort of overwhelm me. So for my GCSEs, that was very much me. I was revising every single day. It was so much pressure. It was everything, and I kind of forced myself to be this person who I really wasn't. I ended up getting those grades, but I sacrificed a lot. Whereas for my A-levels, look, I went to Rome. I went to Italy in May during that half term. I literally went to Rome. I didn't revise at all. I was running my business throughout year 13. I was basically missing school to go to festivals like Glastonbury, obviously not to just party, but to actually work there. I was working with the artists. But the thing is, because I was treating my A-levels as a course, as a learning curve, and as a learning sort of method, not method, but just I was just in my mindset, I was learning something that would possibly help me with my future. I didn't have the stress. I didn't worry when I entered my exam hall. At the end of the day, a grade is a grade. It won't determine your future, because there's so many other options like clearing. You can take a degree apprenticeship. You can do whatever you want in life. Like, don't let those grades define you. Now, if you're watching this video and you're a GCSE student, or you're finishing GCSEs, you're about to pick your A-levels, pick what you enjoy. Don't pick stuff because your parents want you to pick certain subjects, because the chances are if you don't enjoy those subjects, it's going to be a lot harder for you to learn. So please pick subjects that you actually enjoy, otherwise it actually will be hell. I picked Latin because I enjoyed it, I picked French because I enjoy it, and I picked English because I actually like it. So if you have a passion for geography, if you like RS, then choose it, because the chances are you will get better grades. Hello. Hi. I'm at 450,000 now. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is. Pardon? I think through that door there. Thank you. That completely threw me off because I put my camera away. I was too shy to start filming again until they left. But where was I? Anyway, back to A-levels. Right, so let's now go on to some real tips I would say that are actually beneficial when studying. Because a lot of the time you might think you're studying, but in reality you're really not. So the best tip that I will give you is use active recall, because that's a scientifically proven method to actually help you memorize information. Now this is for topics where you actually have to memorize a lot of information, subjects, sorry. For example, biology. For me, English was a lot about memorizing theory, so I had to do flashcards. Quizlet is great, yes, but they don't really, it's not free, the best feature. So I would use a platform, not a platform, an app called Anki, which is really good, or even use apps which incorporate spaced repetition, because that's what really helps you memorize specific key facts, specific vocabulary, and all things like that. The next thing is do past papers. Yes, past papers, but only do them when you are actually know your stuff. There's no point doing them if you don't know the stuff and you're just wanting to memorize the answers. Make sure you actually revise a topic, or make sure you actually revise the subjects before doing past papers, and don't waste them, because you don't want to lead up to your exams 3 weeks before your exams. You don't want to have done all the past papers. So save them, save a lot of them until before your exam, so you can actually get practice in and you actually have a realistic idea on how you'll do before an exam. The next thing you need to do is create a study schedule. You do not want to be all over the place when you're revising, and trust me, it's something that I was when I was doing my GCSEs. I had no idea, there was no routine to my day. So the best thing you can do is create a study schedule so you actually know what you're doing. This is really important on study leave, because you know, 1 minute you're in school, the next minute you're not in school, and you don't have a timetable. So make sure you at least make a study timetable. You can lay it out however you want. I know a lot of you are good morning people, a lot of you are good night people. Me personally, I was a night person. But within the study schedule, outline the topics that you're going to be covering. Don't just be like, oh, I'm going to study biology from 8 to 9, I'm going to be studying chemistry from 10 to 11. Outline the topics you're going to be studying in that study schedule. Otherwise, you're not even going to know where to start. The next thing is, when you're looking at a mark scheme, make sure you are learning it. Learn exactly what the mark scheme is looking for. Learn the keywords, because without them, and if you start waffling during your exam, you're not going to do well. As much as past papers are going to help you, it's the mark scheme that's the most important bit, because it has everything you might possibly need. So make sure you are learning from the mark scheme, not just the past paper. The next thing I feel like everybody forgets to do is sleep. Make sure you are sleeping and make sure you're resting, because when you sleep, you are essentially going over everything you did in that day. And if you're not sleeping, then you just will be tired when you wake up. You're going to have to rely on coffee like I am currently, but you know, I'm not revising. Do not rely on caffeine. Get early nights and wake up early, because you need to get a full 8 hours of sleep, and make sure you get into the REM sleep so you are actually going over what you covered in the day. It is scientifically proven, so please get on with it. The next thing is study with your friends. It makes studying a lot more enjoyable. For me, I was on FaceTime with 2 of my friends. I was studying all day with them, and you know, it's nice to have company as long as you're not distracting each other. We were all on FaceTime, we were all studying. It kind of just allows you to feel like there's people in the same position as you, because you know that's the case. People are in the same position as you. You want to know that people feel the same as you. Everyone essentially is going through the same thing as you. So study with people, it's completely fine. And finally, make sure you are exercising. Whether it's you're going for a walk, you're throwing a ball, whatever you're doing, just move. Don't just sit on your chair, because you're just going to get fed up. Get into natural lighting, work outside, do whatever you need to do to get up, because you do not want to be sitting down. These small things will help, trust me. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was useful. Good luck with your mocks. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be having mocks in February, March, April, and then your real exams in May and June. Other than that, have a great day, guys. Good luck. If you need anything from me, my Instagram DMs are always open. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them. But other than that, have a great day and good luck with your exams. Bye, guys.